Listen, son, this isn't gonna be easy for, for either of us, but you are not my son. I know it may come as a pretty big blow to you, but fact of the matter is, no son of mine would play Oregon Trail like you do. The first sign that something was wrong was when I saw that you chose the banker as your occupation. The banker, really. Were you not aware that the banker has, no point modifiers in the game? Well, for some time now, I've managed to convince myself that, the real reason that you got the banker was so that you could purchase the maximum amount of oxen that the game would let you buy. So surely you were trying to set a speed record of some sort with all those oxen, but I myself knew that the game limited you to 40 miles a day, no matter how many oxen that you actually had with you. But I figured you would figure that out. But really, you weren't about to figure that out. You weren't about to figure anything out about the Oregon Trail. Certainly not life either. At Matt's general store, you picked a logical assortment of goods and services so that the entire time that you were going to Oregon, you would be healthy and in good shape. And clearly, you valued the banker's cash far, far more than the farmer's point modifiers. And because of that choice and other choices while you were on the trail, you are clearly another man's son. I'm sure you've seen my high score. 8,040 points. For years, people considered 8,000 points, to be impossible. You don't get a score of 8,040 points by being the banker and playing it safe. You get 8,040 points by, being the farmer, purchasing nothing but oxen and ammunition, setting a grueling pace, and feeding your party bear rations. Well, son, how many gold medals do you think Michael Phelps would have won if all he wanted to do was just swim across the pool? Or how many championships do you think Jordan would have won if he simply just wanted to dribble the ball across the court? Sure, you can make it there in relative comfort. But you know what? Why don't you ask yourself this? How many spare wagon wheels do you think Michael Phelps had with him? Why not push a naked family to the brink of collapse and hunt your ass off for food? Isn't that what Jordan would do? Son, when you make the decision at South Pass to go to Fort Brigger instead of taking the Green River, you take the easy way out. Why? Son, Fort Brigger, it takes you 86 miles out of the way. Maybe your fat, well-dressed pioneers will be happy for the extra time on the trail, but son, how happy do you think they're going to be when they make it to Oregon? And all they have to start their brand new life in Oregon is a few extra wagon axles and some good-looking clothes. I once completed the trail with 3 broken wagon wheels. Sure, it took me 10 days to find an Indian to trade with for that 3rd wagon wheel, and I did only finish with 6,000 points, but I did it. The other day, I saw you quit the trail immediately after your wagon capsized, and you lost only 1 oxen and about 100 pounds of food. Son, that night, I drank myself to sleep. And speaking of food, it seems like you never like to hunt, son. And, when you do, you pretty much fire randomly at anything that moves. Let me break it down for you, son. A bullet costs 10 cents. A pound of food, 20 cents. Unless you're averaging a pound of food a bullet, you're losing money. You're wasting points. And let me just tell you, I hope you had fun firing at that squirrel 10 times. You can never actually hit it anyway. It's hard for you to take all this in. It's a lot for an 8-year-old to absorb. But I wish there was a better way of comforting you. Your real father, probably a banker, much like yourself in the game, I'm sure he has, a lot of money. I don't. I'm just the guy responsible for 8,040 points. Now, son, you may not share my genetic material, but that doesn't mean I'm going to raise you like this. So start a new game, select a farmer, and try to think like Michael Jordan, and, We'll see how many buffalo we can kill on our way out to Oregon.